You are welcome to Math Tutorials. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the most frequently asked questions on oral English, why it is frequently asked, the tips and tricks to knowing how to answer them. So we are basing today's tutorial on Wassce oral English past questions from 2013 to 2019. I encourage you to watch this video to the end as I'm going to teach you how to identify the F and Z in TH letters, how to identify the ng nasal sound, and I'm also going to talk about the different ways of pronouncing and identifying the correct sounds of the past tense markers, that is the D and ED. And I'm also going to talk about the plural marker, so stay tuned till the end of this lesson to learn everything that I'll be bringing on today's lesson. In 2013, the candidates were asked to choose amongst the options the word that has the same consonant sound as sobe, and the underlined letter or the italicized letter is B. And in the options we have option A, climb, B, plumber, C, lumber, and D, lamb. Generally, there's a simple rule that governs the pronunciation of words that end in MB. If a word ends in MB, the B is silent, is not pronounced. For example, the B in comb is not pronounced. C-O-M-B. The B is not pronounced. The B in limb is not pronounced. L-I-M-B. The B in lamb is also not pronounced. The B in bomb, B-O-M-B. The last B is not pronounced. So the correct pronunciation of that word is not bomb, rather it is bomb. The B in plum is not also pronounced. So please note that when we add the necessary suffixes in words that end in MB, the B will still be silent. For example, the B in climber, C-L-I-M-B-E-R, is still silent. The B in plumber, P-L-U-M-B-E-R, is also still silent. The B in bombs, B-O-M-B-S, the B is still silent. This is because the ER and S are just suffixes that are not part of the root word. For example, in climber, the B is still silent because the ER is not part of the root word. The root word is climb. In plumber, the root word is plumb. The ER is a suffix. Just like you have in bombs, the root word is bomb. The S is just a suffix that gives more meaning to the word bomb. Now let's go back to the question. In option A, we have climb, and as you already know, the B is silent. Hence, it's not the correct option or the correct answer. Option B, we have plumber. The word plumber has as its root word plumb, which means to try to understand something mysterious. So the B in plumber will still be silent because the ER is just a suffix and not part of the root word. Option C, lumber. The word lumber also has MB together, but the ER at the end of the word is not a suffix, but part of the root word. There is no word like lum, L-U-M-B, and lumber means furniture. So the root word is lumber and not lum. But in plumber, the root word is plumb and the ER is just a suffix. So option C has the B sound, that's the letter B, pronounced. Hence, it is the correct answer to this question. And option D, lamb, ends in MB. So the B or the B letter is silent. Questions on this topic were asked in number 18 of 2013, number 25 in 2014, number 12 in 2016, number 16 in 2017, number 16 in 2019, So from 2013 to 2019, it was asked every year except 2015 and 2018. So please make sure you understand this topic. Make sure you understand this simple rule. But if you don't, let me know in the comment section. I'll be there to answer your questions. Another question that seems to occur every year has to do with the nasal sound, ng. The ng sound is pronounced through the nose, and it occurs in words that have N and G together and in words that have N and K together. Let's look at some examples. Example is sing, sing, S-I-N-G, think, think, T-H-I-N-K, tank, tank, T-A-N-K, tongue, tongue, T-O-N-G-U-E, etc. In question 21 of 2014, the candidates were asked to choose the option that has the same consonant sound as the word sing. And option A was bog, B nagged, C zonked, and D game. Like I said, when you have N and G together in a word, the N and G will be pronounced as ng. Example is sing, song, wrong. And when you have N and K together in a word, the N will be pronounced as ng. Example is think, tank, rank, etc. So the correct answer to the question is option C. The option C has the N and K together, so N in zonked and NG in sing are pronounced as sing, zonked. This kind of question occurred in question 25 in 2013, 21 in 2014, question 16 in 2016, also in question 16 in 2017. Question 24 in 2018 and question 17 in 2019. So you see, Waec likes to set questions on ng sound virtually every year. Another popular question in Wassce is on plural marker. Plural marker S. When I say plural marker, I mean S. So whenever you hear me say plural marker, what I'm saying is S. There are three ways to pronounce the plural marker. It can be pronounced as S, it can be pronounced as Z, and it can also be pronounced as is. In 2015, candidates were asked in question 22 to choose the option with the same sound as boys, and option A was zinc, B was street, C was pots, and D was keeps. Now let's look at the tips that will help you to know when to pronounce the plural marker as S or as or is. Number 1. Pronounce the plural marker as S if the sound preceding the plural marker is any of these sounds: P, the P letter, T, the T letter, K, the K letter, F, the F letter, or the TH letter, as in caps, pots, cooks, pits, etc. In the second tip, pronounce the plural marker as Z, Z. If the sound preceding, that is, if the sound before the plural marker is a vowel sound, or any of these consonant sounds: P, that's the B letter, T, that's the D letter, G, the G letter, V, the V letter, ng, that is the NG or NK, L, the L letter, M, the M letter, N, the N letter, and V, the TH letter, the voiced TH letter. Examples are dogs, wears, bangs, moves, bells, combs. Lastly, pronounce the plural marker as is if the sound preceding the plural marker is any of these consonants: s, the s letter, z, the z letter, sh, the sh letter, ch, the ch letter, and zh, as in hisses, noses, churches, judges, and wishes. Now let's go back to the question. Now you should know that the S in boys should not be pronounced as s, boys, but as z, boys, because the sound preceding the plural marker is oi, which is diphthong, and you know that diphthong is a vowel sound, is a part of a vowel sound. So the correct answer to this question is option A, zinc. This kind of question was seen in question 21 in 2013 and in question 22 in 2015. The next Wassce popular question that we'll be considering is the past tense marker or the past tense markers. When I say the past tense marker, I'm referring to D or ED. The D or the ED that you add to a verb to make it past tense. In 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016, questions were asked on this topic. In 2015, the candidates were asked to choose from the options the one that has the same sound as moved, and the underlined letters were ED, E and D. Option A was drive, B, rove, C, more, and D was kicked. There are three ways of pronouncing the past tense marker: as d, t, or ed. You can pronounce the past tense marker, that's d or ed, as t, t, or ed. You pronounce the past tense marker, that is the d or ed at the end of the verb that makes it past tense. Pronounce it as d. If the sound before the past tense marker is a vowel sound or any of these consonants, b, that is B, B letter, D, the D letter, G, the G letter, V, the V letter, NK and NG letters, L, the L letter, the M letter, N, the N letter, Z, the TH letter, Z, the Z letter, G, the G letter, J. Usually found in DG, as you have in the word judges. R, usually found in R letters. W, usually found in W letters. Y, this sound is pronounced Y, but it has the letter small j, and is usually found in words that have Y, like yes, yam, etc. Let's look at some examples. Agreed, begged. In agreed, the sound preceding the past tense marker is a vowel sound, and in begged, the sound preceding the past tense marker is k. So for that reason, we pronounce the past tense marker as d. Now pronounce the past tense marker as t if the sound preceding the past tense marker is any of these sounds. P, that is letter P, t, letter T, k, letter K, f, letter F, f, TH letter, s, letter S, sh, usually seen in SH, h, usually seen in H, ch, usually seen in CH sounds, or CH letters rather. Examples are past, past, picked, kicked. So pronounce the past tense markers as t, that is the D or ED that makes a verb to be past tense. Pronounce that past tense marker as t if it comes after any of the above mentioned sounds. Lastly, on past tense marker, pronounce the past tense marker as id if the consonant before the past tense marker is either t, that is the T letter, or d, that is the D letter, as you have in lifted. The word lifted has the present tense as lift and it ends in T, the T sound. So it's pronounced as lifted. Mended. The word mended has the present tense as mend. So it ends in the D sound, the D letter, D sound. So that's why we pronounce it as mended. So now you know that the word is pronounced lifted, mended, shouted, seated, bended. So you now know that E, the E in ed, that's the past tense marker, is pronounced as E. So you shouldn't be pronouncing it anymore as shouted, mended, lifted, or bended. Now let's look at the question again. So the correct answer is option A, drive, because the last consonant preceding the past tense marker is V, represented with the letter V. So the D in moved is pronounced as D. The last most commonly asked questions we are going to look at is on the V and F. V and F. These two sounds are seen in words with T and H together. They are the TH sounds. Where most students have troubles is in knowing where to place the F and V, F or V, since the two of them have the same spelling symbols. I also had trouble with these sounds until I discovered a simple tip which I'm going to be sharing with you. Africans usually pronounce TH as either T, that is the T letter, or D, that is the D letter. The words with TH that most Nigerians or most Africans pronounce as T usually fall in the category of the voiceless sound, the voiceless TH sound, and those that most Africans pronounce as D usually fall in the category of V, the voiced TH sounds. For example, a Nigerian or an African will pronounce the word think as think, and the word then as then. He will pronounce the word method as method, and the word mother as mother. So the trick is for you to place the F in the TH that is commonly pronounced as T, and place V in the TH that is commonly pronounced as D. We have questions on the TH sounds in almost every year. In 2013, we have it in question 30. In 2014, we have it in question 18. In 2015, we have it in question 19 and question 20. In 2016, we have it in question 18. In 2017, we have it in question 19. And in 2018, we have it in question 30. And in 2019, we have it in question 21. In 2019, for example, the candidates were asked in question 21 to choose the word that has the same consonant sound as the TH in truth. And option A was tick, B trend, C through, and D though. I believe you can now easily get the answer. So the correct answer is option C, through. That is it about the most frequently asked questions on Wassce oral test from 2013 to 2019. I hope you understood everything that I've taught you in this video. If not, please watch the video again. And if you have questions, let me know at the comment section. Like I earlier said, I will read and reply all your comments. And please click on the subscribe button to help promote this video on YouTube and to get you notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks very much for watching. See you next week in another video.